Excellent. Hello, everyone. It's another version of Better Call Art, and today we're here with Chris Polek from Polek and Polek. And Chris, why don't you say hello to everyone?
Hey, good afternoon, Art, and good afternoon, everyone.
And there's no need for introduction, is there? Because Polek and Polek is one of the world's largest generic toner suppliers, correct?
Well, we've been around for quite a long time, since 1974. So people have had some experience with us over many of these decades.
That's great. Hey, so last time we spoke, I guess, was I know the last time we spoke was in Phoenix at the ECS meeting.
Yes.
And I figured maybe it was time we could do an update about things that that's going on in our industry. So the first thing I guess I'd ask you about is because I've read a lot lately about toner supplies. So maybe you can help us figure out, or what's the update with toner. And
well, yes, yeah, toners have been kind of a hot subject, and it all kind of ties back to the supply chain issues that have been going on. And probably the things most people hear about in the headlines are with Konica and Ulta, because of the problems that they had with their fire at their toner factory that kind of disrupted production for them. So theirs has been a little bit more severe. However, every manufacturer is really running into this problem of being able to get product from overseas into the United States. Everything's still backlogged. I think you remember when we went to the Executive Connection Summit, they actually had a panel of maybe 5 different OEMs, and they were asked, what's the #1 problem that you're facing for 2022? And all of them agreed that it is supply chain issues, that it's a huge problem for them, and that they really do not see any relief for this entire year. That it just continues to be more challenging for them. And
right.
We see it causing disruptions, because I think we have dealers from many different brands who have experienced back orders with their OEM, and the biggest problem for the dealers is they just never know when it's going to happen. There's really no warning when something's out, and they just get caught by surprise. Right.
So it's, I guess, for someone like me who's, I'm in the street every day, and I tend to only look at the copiers, and how bad it's gotten on the copier side, waiting 5 months for some machines to get delivered. You're seeing real similar issues on your end, but I think you also mentioned that your supplies don't have to come from overseas. Is that correct?
No, we don't. Our toner is made in the USA. So
right.
Although we do have to bring in things from overseas, like certain raw materials, and of course the empty cartridges. That's probably the biggest thing that has to come from overseas. However, once we have toner produced and filled and packaged, we're not in the situation of having to wait 6 weeks or more to get product on a ship over to here. So we have some of our time cut down by that. So that's an advantage for us. Whereas sometimes when these OEMs are back ordered, it's sometimes over a month or more till they're going to get some more toner in.
Okay. So do you have, product wise now, can you still fill as many orders as you can get?
It's been difficult. A lot of the ones that have been out here, we've had, we have planned for surplus and had more out, but when the demand goes up, that surplus is all going to be taken away. So the message that we've gotten out to the dealers that are looking for alternatives are kind of just kind of exploring and maybe trying to collect some information. We've we've told them very bluntly, if you need product and you're looking to get it here, you better put some on order with us, because otherwise you'll not be in line to get any. If I tell you that we're going to have toner in 2 to 3 weeks, if you haven't given us an order now, but if you're going to wait until it comes in, it's probably already been, taken.
Yeah, and I'm talking to the same thing with my copy machines for clients who are looking for copy machines, and we're down, to telling them 8 to 12 weeks. And if you don't put your order in now, you're going to be at the back of the line. It's if you don't put it in for 2 months, it's going to be, maybe you're not going to get your machine till September. I mean, it's crazy, but I guess interesting also.
Yeah.
So do you see an end?
Well, I don't see right away. I see people trying to catch up and improve, but I see this as something that's really not going to change for this year. You may see some periods where you get some relief for a little bit of time, and then it's right back there again, because you have to think about a couple of things too. When these OEMs have toner come in and they catch up on their back orders, and you also talk about machines. Well, what happens when all the machines start to get caught up and come in? They're all going to need toner as well. So they're going to have a spike in demand of toner usage when machines come in on top of that. Just like we see when we have our regular customers buy toner from us, and then all of a sudden when the OEM is back ordered, we have a flood of people who usually don't buy coming in to buy product as well. And any of our surplus that we had available, that gets taken away.
Right. The demand though is good for toner though, right?
The demand is there.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that's a good thing, right?
I think it's Eco 101. I mean, it's supply and demand, and we've even had some situations in toners where we've had a refill option that we kind of worked with our toner manufacturer, where they could provide the toner. We didn't have these certain empty cartridges available that we sold as a regular product, but we worked with a dealer, and after evaluating the toner, that it did look similar to the OEM. We ran it through machines at their locations. Everything looked good, and it helped them keep a customer running where they had a school system. So we were able to help out in that way. But in normal times, asking a dealer, if you didn't have access to a cartridge like that, of being able to get toner and refill jugs, and that they take previously used cartridges from their customer and fill them here, people would never think of doing stuff like that. But when you're in a situation like this, you're willing to do whatever it takes to keep your customer up and running.
Yeah. So do you think that some of the manufacturers for the manufacturers who their production is overseas, they may turn to getting their dealers generic toner?
I would think that they would look at that if that was an option for them to get toner if they really needed it. And I'd also say in this environment, though, that's kind of difficult to do, because everybody, if on the ones that are kind of an emergency, a lot of those dealers have already moved to buying compatible toners, so there really isn't anything left. But if I got a call from one of the OEMs today, I have to tell them, it's like I'd have a tough time to help you out. It's like I can't even keep up with the demand on some of the popular items that people really need right now.
Wow. Interesting. So you, I think I saw on LinkedIn that you're going to be in Orlando for BTA.
Yes, we have kind of a back-to-back event. We have the IBPI Connect meeting, which is a couple of days prior to the BTA spring break. They're actually going to kind of run concurrently. The first morning on that Friday, April 1st, the IBPI Connect, and also the BTA, and then for the afternoon, they'll switch over completely to the BTA event.
All right, so April 1st to like April 3rd?
I think it's April 1st is a Friday, so I think for BTA it's just till Saturday at noon.
Right.
They just do the morning session.
So
And
if
then-
dealers need some sun and fun and they want to pay a visit to Chris, it's time to book your flight now and get down to BTA for in a couple weeks from now.
Well, I'll be looking forward to getting down to Orlando just to getting some, with you being in New Jersey as well, too. It's a nice respite to get away in March and April to Florida, where it's going to be sunny and warmer.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Any rumors you heard out there? Anything interesting?
Nothing,
We all like
nothing,
rumors, right?
nothing really. I mean, it's just that, dealers are still, OEMs are still running out of toner unannounced, and we're here to help dealers out when they can. And I guess the only rumor that I wish I'd be hearing is that they, that they settled their differences in Major League Baseball, and they're going to get baseball going again.
Yeah, I guess we've got a long wait for that, my friend, and especially
Yeah.
when both of our clubs got a little bit better and now we're stuck.
Yeah. Well, if they're going to cancel games, they may as well be fan friendly and not start any later than May 1st. We don't have to sit through any cold weather games.
That's always a good plus, right? Who wants
Yes.
to be out there at 40 to 50 degrees with the wind blowing and it's damp and it's wet? Want no part of that.
Yes.
All right. Hey, Chris, thank you very, very much for your time today. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to Orlando. I'm going to try. But if I do, I'll hook up with you down there. And just want to thank everybody for watching our video.